Hallelujah. Greetings. It's Stephen Aryitey, your friend in faith, bringing you a word from the throne of grace. So it's Wednesday night, and as usual, I'm driving along coming home, and I see people having the trash cans in their driveways. And as a student of life, something suddenly hits me. It's trash day tomorrow. It's tomorrow when the service providers come around and take out your trash and move your trash from the driveway of your building or of your property and take it away. And something strikes me. I've got to bring out the trash to the driveway because the service providers don't trespass on property. They don't come into your property to get the trash. You have to move the trash out to the driveway for them to get it. And it seems to me like if you don't do this, then you have a situation where the bacteria increases on your property, and where wild animals are attracted to your property, things begin to rot and the atmosphere becomes more toxic. There is a bad odor, and eventually it doesn't augur well for your health or your life or your habitation. I drew a parallel to this with Christianity. God provides the service of taking away our trash, but God expects us to bring our trash to the front of our driveway. God does not come into our property to take away the trash. He only comes to the driveway, and if you've left the thing there, He will take it away. It struck me then that in Hebrews 12 verse 1, Paul said that we must be careful, and extremely careful in the instance where he tells us that seeing that we have a great cloud of witnesses, we must be careful to lay aside every weight and the sin that so easily besets us, so that we run the race with patience that is set before us. What Paul, I believe, is saying is that we must be cognizant of the audience that is paying attention to us, people who have run the race of faith, and then be able to run our race in the same manner they've run it if we are to succeed. Now, the question about paying attention to your audience is important, because sometimes, like in John 11:34, Jesus comes to the house of Lazarus and he knows he's dead, and he says to his sister, "Where have you laid him?" It takes 5 verses down in John 11:39 to respond and say, "Listen, I know where we laid him, but by now he's stinking. I know where my trash is. I know what is wrong with our lives, but I don't want you to touch it because I've buried it." The point I'm trying to make to you, beloved, is that God does not intrude upon our lives. God expects us to keep the sanctity, the privacy, our sovereignty as believers, but then to have a personal responsibility of bringing the things that are negative or wrong to Him. And it says that there are things that beset us, there are things that are hidden in our lives that is like the trash in our lives, but we must move it. We have a human responsibility in the salvation work to move our trash to our driveways, and then He would help us take care of it. In Philippians 4 verse 3 to 12, Paul urges us to forget all the things that matter and to simply press on doing what matters the most as we run this race of life. The Christian race is like a race, and you must run to win. In 1 Corinthians 9:24, Paul then urges us to run our race to receive the prize, knowing that there is an audience, there are witnesses, but not paying attention simply to the audience to run our race according to the gallery, but to run the race with purpose. Hear me and hear me well. There is a great crowd of witnesses watching your run, watching you come through the paces of life, but you must keep your eye on the prize. The prize is your purpose. The prize is the reason for which He apprehended you, and you must run your race like that is all that matters. For when you have won the prize, the audience will understand your purpose and applaud you. If you keep your eye for too long upon the audience, you might miss out on the prize and the purpose for which you ran your race. My name is Stephen Aryitey, and I urge you to remember, it's trash day. It is time to move the trash out of your house into your driveway, that the service provider, the Lord your God, the merciful one, will take it away, and you will never see that same trash you saw anymore. Stay blessed. Stay well. It's trash day. Move out your trash. I love you. Bye-bye.